Hey guys, and welcome back to the Figuring Out Friday podcast. Here with the crew, we're down a couple members today. Alex unfortunately has a fever today. We were going to be doing the challenge reveal today um, for the month challenge we've been doing for each of our respective diets. I was doing the Epi Paleo along with Mike. My brother is doing the Japanese diet. Alex was doing the Ronaldo routine and Prit was doing the FODMAP or elimination diet. We were supposed to do our reveal today, due to, but due to Alex being out for today, um, we kind of switched things up. And what we're gonna do now is we're gonna do focus on building a morning routine, and we've kind of compiled uh, different things you can do in the morning to make you more alert and get you ready and more prepared to attack the day. And that's what we're pretty much going to be going over today. We're going to do one method each and discuss it. We've all chose one method that we think is good to incorporate in your morning routine, and we're going to talk about that. But before we start, please like and subscribe to this channel on here on Rumble, and please follow us on all of our other social media platforms on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook as well. And yeah, without further ado, we can get into this one. Also, guys, Prit is going to be joining us around the 8:30 mark. He's on the road right now, and was stuck in traffic, so he'll pop in around halfway through the show. But um, yeah. So I think Mike was going to step up first. He is going to talk about thermogenesis and cold exposure, and the benefits you can see when doing that in the morning.
Okay, so we know that like most people don't got morning routines and that kind of stuff, but you can look at morning routines as a like a self alignment, and it takes how do I say this? Like basically, it's like most important part of the day, but most people ignore it because basically however you start your day, that's how you gonna go through it. You know, if you start with a good mood, you're gonna be in good mood the whole day, and that how it goes. Something that sounds insane, but actually helps us a lot is a cold morning showers. So basically, like most people might think, like why would I torture myself by taking cold showers in the morning? But cold exposure is just a lot more than like test of willpower. It's basically it's science based and science proven that it basically resets our whole body and mind before our day even begins. Like when cold water hits our skin, like it kicks your sympathetic nervous system into gears. So basically, you activate your fight or flight reaction, and your body responds to this with the release of norep- norepinephrine. It's a hormone that boosts our alertness, focus, and basically gets our brain fired up. At the same time, we activate beta endorphins. It's our body's natural feel good chemical. So when you get into cold shower at first, like you don't feel right, but once you get out, you know how you feel good, and basically you're saying, "Damn, I feel amazing." I
Yeah,
didn't,
once
I
you get
didn't.
those initial shivers, right? That
Yeah,
first like
yeah,
could be
yeah,
like
yeah,
30
yeah,
seconds to a minute around that.
yeah. But that that's not all. It also activates our brown fat, BAT. It's also known as brown adipose tissue. So this fat actually burns calories. So when if person has a lot of brown adipose tissue, when cold water hits them, you know how you shiver out of coldness. But if you have BAT, basically you start burning your fat, which hits up your body. So that's how you don't got shivers. But if you're a skinny person and you don't have a high body percentage, like you might shiver, but as far as you go, like your body slowly adapts to cold water, and you don't shiver anymore.
So
I've
you
heard
burn
that
that. Oh, go ahead.
I've heard that it helps with blood flow as well. Is that
Yeah,
right?
yep. It's a it's like a clear start. Like your body, your system starts pumping. Like your heart beats faster, so your blood flow automatically increases. It also like washes away our brain fog, negative energy. Also, if you're an emotional person, you kind of calm down, and that freezing moment just snaps your mind. Like let's just call that snaps your mind and helps you start a day. Like a key takeaway from this is like a cold shower in the morning is, you can also call it morning espresso shot. Since they wake you up, boost your mind, boost your mood, burn fat, and like it helps you to handle stress better throughout the day, since you're in good mood. Also, like if you want to go deeper with this topic, Dr. Jack Cruz introduced to us cold thermogenesis. He's breaking down like what you're supposed to do in one of the morning routines you can do. As we know, like face dunking, ice cold water you take in the morning. Most people might know, you Ashton Hall. He dumps the sparkling water and straight up ice and dunks his face every morning. But I mean, his face skin looks great, and he recommends to keep the like coldness of the water around 50 to 55 degrees Fahrenheit, because that's when this range stimulates peripheral cold receptors. The nerves that are placed on our surface of the skin, and this what triggers benefits without risking hypothermia. Also, as I mentioned before, if you have a high body percentage, like you activating non-shivering thermogenesis, which means that you're not shivering but you're burning fat at the same time. And basically, he also says if we can adapt all this and we are good to go, we can like take it this to the next level. He recommends, if we have a compression shirt, like to put big block of ice or even ice packs for 30 to 60 minutes on our body, like straight on chest. And he says that if you can handle 60 minutes straight, that's fine. Like you start from like down low minutes, and then you slowly go up. Once you hit that 60-minute mark, he recommends to take this compression shirt off and place it straight to the skin, because it also, this pressure stimulates growth hormone. And he says to do this 2 to 5 times a week, and after that you can jump into pool, hot tub, or whatever. And basically, cold showers might sound like torture at the beginning, but as time goes by, you won't even realize that you already adapted to it, and it becomes your daily morning routine.
Yeah,
And
like I just wanted to say
yeah,
like I've noticed like sometimes I haven't had the choice to if I wanted to take a hot or a cold shower in the morning while during high school time. And you know how usually you're tired in the first couple periods of the day, like taking your morning shower, having it be hot. But like I've noticed that taking cold showers, I never feel like the tired or drowsy feeling during those first morning classes. So I think especially as a student, you should utilize cold showers to start your day.
Yeah, and if someone
yeah,
wants like an instant sort of reset, if they're going under a lot of stress, I know it might seem counterintuitive to use something that's going to create even more stress to the body with cold exposure, as it does spike cortisol. But actually, you after you get over those first initial shivers, you're gonna have like this mental clarity. It's really the dopamine uh, hitting you at that point, but you achieve so much uh, more mental peace and clarity. And I've actually used it at times where if I was feeling too stressed out or if I was feeling a little bit under the weather, it was something that I was able to use to wake me up, or I was also able to use it to kind of allow me to focus in on certain things. Say, for example, school projects. If you have over extensively long school projects or essays or something like that to work on, actually taking a cold shower, doing some type of cold exposure can really um, put your mental state in a good spot for you to be super focused and uh, immersed in whatever you're doing. So I think uh, cold exposure and thermogenesis is not just for the morning, but it can be also applied to situationally as well.
Yep.
We also have a question here in the chat. Is there a way to start slow with cold showers? I have a cold hand and cold feet, and I'm afraid to do a cold shower right now.
I guess like first you start like room temperature water, I guess, and slowly drop the coldness of it, so you
The
can
dial,
slowly
right?
adapt. Yeah, yeah. So you can slowly adapt the cold water. Like your body automatically, the more adapts to it as long as you keep taking a shower and lowering the temperature. Like you can start from room temperature water and just slowly drop the temperature until you know.
It's like if you imagine like being in a pool, it'll be cold at
Mhm.
first, and then like eventually you'll be like one with the water. Your body
Yeah.
temperature. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I
I think
think
just taking your time.
you can even start on your normal setting, which could be um, lukewarm or a hot temperature setting for your shower water, and then I think you can slowly decrease that dial, and you can go at your own pace. I think like Mike said, whatever you can handle, because your body will adapt to what's or will adapt to the temperature that's hitting you. And Mike talked about increased blood flow. You'll notice that you'll see some redness after doing or being under the cold water for anywhere from 2 to 3 minutes because of that increased blood flow and circulation. So that just shows you that your body is actually heating up to adjust to the cold exposure that you're experiencing. So there's nothing really to worry about as far as like starting. You can always start slow and ease into it. Your body will adapt to it.
Yeah.
And you could use the cold water to regulate your cold hand and cold feet. Like even after, it might like start blood flow in those areas.
And also showers doesn't have to be long. If you're a beginner, you can just do 30-60 seconds and then just go back to room temperature water, because that 30 to 60 seconds is enough for beginners to activate their fat burning mechanism and all that. Also, like people who have health issues like heart conditions, Raynaud's disease, asthma, hypothyroidism, poor circulation, like those people with those diseases are not recommended to take cold shower, because cold shower narrows our blood vessels and it might cause like high blood pressure. Also, people who has a history of seizures, it might like it's rare, but it's documented that it might activate seizure episode. So make sure you go over what like with your doctor and make sure you're good to take cold showers.
Yeah, just being aware of like any outlying health concerns. Um, yeah, it's a good thing to consult your doctor, but I think you can also just use the internet and look
Yeah,
up the type of people that are at risk when doing cold exposure. And like we said, when you're starting out, you're not supposed to go to the extremes
yeah,
because your body's supposed to adapt to it. So you can even self experiment in a safe way. You can slowly start turning the dial colder and colder. And if you're experiencing too intense cold exposure or something like that, you might trigger something or a reaction that um, is not desired. So just being aware of it and being understanding of your body is really going to help when approaching cold exposure.
Especially like if you're injured or have like like I had a hard workout recently before like you take the shower. I think like taking the cold shower after might even help like repair those injuries and things like that.
Yeah, because you're promoting blood flow and circulation. You're you're pretty much like uh, when people sustain any type of injury, they have to follow the RICE protocol, which is rest, ice, elevate, and what was the C? Rest, ice, compression and elevate. So you're pretty much like um, ticking off one of those things when you're doing the cold exposure as well, and that's why so many people use it for recovery, especially athletes that are using their whole body for whatever sport they're doing.
Mhm.
And yeah, any more closing thoughts about cold exposure, Mike? Anything else? Um,
I think you're muted for uh,
Oh, sorry, guys.
you.
Basically, like cold shower. If a cold shower has become your morning routine, like it helps you to grow as a person, become better yourself because your mind becomes more clear. And also, if anyone wants to like dive deeper into this, we'll have links provided, and anytime they can go ahead and check it out.
I just also wanted to say, because there's a question in the
Mm.
chat saying, "Can I do breathing techniques while cold showers help?" With while cold showers help, I think that like breathing techniques, especially in the morning, are actually a good thing to add into your routine because like sometimes you can wake up with like extra congestion from like uh, the lymphatic drainage. So I think like doing breathing techniques can really fix the congestion and help like uh, everything drain, you know. And I think in the morning it will help wake you up as well.
and there's a guy, Wim Hof. He actually increases his ability uh, to be in prolonged cold exposure by implementing certain breathing techniques. I'm not sure exactly what he's doing with the breathing techniques, as far as like what he's specifically targeting, but I know he's claimed that implementing breathing techniques have helped him a lot as far as prolong the time he is able to endure cold exposure. And if you see him, he's literally swimming um, in the Arctic or Antarctica with like swimming next to icebergs and like super super cold water. So if that guy has found success with breathing techniques and cold exposure, then I think that's also a good thing to give a shot as well.
Mhm.
And yeah,
I
I
think
think
your turn to move on.
yeah yeah. As we wrap it up with the cold exposure, I think we definitely talked about a lot of good stuff with that. That's something to definitely think about, not just in the morning, applying into your morning routine, but applying it whenever you kind of need it or seeking recovery or some mental clarity or
Yeah.
an energy boost. I think it's something you can easily go to. But what I kind of did my research on as far as morning routine is morning exercise and what type of exercise you should be doing in the morning. And from what I was researching and looking up, light activation exercises or light movement exercises are the best during the morning. This is especially good within the first 90 minutes of waking up. And the goal with these light exercises is to pretty much reset your circadian rhythm. I know we talked about circadian rhythm on the last podcast with sleep and how it pretty much sets up the timing of all of your biological functions throughout the day. So resetting your circadian rhythm and making sure your body is in line with it is super important. It's also going to prime your nervous system as well as stimulate cognitive clarity and focus. And it's going to wake you up for the day and help you be more alert and ready to attack the day. And also, it's going to help you avoid some metabolic stress that can come from taxing your body too soon. And when I mean taxing your body too soon would be from doing intense workouts or intense um, cardio or things like that in the morning. and that's not really ideal. What I would kind of encompass as a good light activation routine could be something like stretching and yoga. You're going to be able to gain some more flexibility and do some relaxation while also be active in your movement. Walking is also a good thing. Low intensity calisthenics. This means body weight, squats, push ups, lunges, things like that. And then also gentle breath work or being aware of your breath while doing your various exercises in the morning is also a good thing to do. I would recommend waking up and taking a couple long, deep breaths before you start the day, right as you wake up. And the good thing about this kind of light exercise routine is that you can actually do it with one of the other things that I recommend, which is to get early morning sun exposure. You can kind of knock out two birds with one stone by doing this. You can go outside, do your grounding, and be on the grass and face the direction of the east, which the sun rises. And you can do all of these exercises while you're taking in the morning sun. So you can um, go on the grass, do some stretching, do some yoga, do some light calisthenics and things like that while all being outside in the morning. And this should take you roughly 15 to 20 minutes. It shouldn't be something overly exhausting. It's just something to wake you up and sort of prime you for the day. And um, I had some notes on the side here, and one study I looked up actually looked at second grade boys, and and their the effect of them after doing 20 minutes every morning of light exercise. Um, they did this for 8 weeks, and the workout was 5 days a week, 20 minutes per session. Um, they had a warm up of around 5 minutes, and during the warm up, they would march in place to get blood flowing and do gentle stretches. And the main activity for the workout lasted around 10 minutes, and this included dynamic aerobic chain movements to gradually raise their heart rate, and it focused on rhythm, harmony, and coordination. So this is their target was more kind of priming and movement patterning rather than doing something super intense or uh, um, super hard in the morning. And they just focus on, like I said, rhythm, harmony, and coordination. And the intensity was light to moderate, ensuring that the children could perform it without going to extreme failure or fatigue. And these movements were pretty much designed to engage the nervous system, but not overly exhaust it anyway. And then after that main activity, which lasted for around 10 minutes, they went into a cool down period for the remaining 5 minutes of the workout. And this was pretty much deep breathing to relax the body, as well as light balancing drills to increase proprioception and gentle stretches for recovery. So, kind of like what I was saying with the yoga and calisthenics um, and movement and light movement in general, they pretty much did the same thing as like I was recommending. And what they saw from this was significantly improved emotional self-regulation. And this means that they were able to better handle emotional stress, show patience during the day, and also engage in their daily tasks with a calm and controlled manner, which is super important. And I think that that is pretty much what should be the goal of any morning routine, to kind of help you handle the emotional stress that is going to come at you during the day, help you be mentally and emotionally sound, and also physically alert and physically sound as well. And they were able to achieve this just by implementing this 20-minute um, exercise routine in the morning that is not really exhaustive at all. And this thing, the same applies for adults as well, even though the study was done on children in the second grade. And I think just from the study alone, it shows how important something like that can um, add benefit into someone's life. And now I'm going to kind of go into Jack Cruz and why Dr. Jack Cruz and why he also advocates for doing intense workouts in the PM hours of the day. Um, Dr. Jack Cruz is a neurosurgeon, so he's looking at things from a scientific perspective, especially when it comes to hormonal balance. Um, he warns against these intense workouts the first thing in the morning because when you're in a fasted state, it really wrecks your hormonal balance, especially when you're trying to regulate things like leptin, cortisol, thyroid hormones, and reproductive hormones. And kind of the science behind it is that your cortisol naturally spikes in the morning due to your circadian rhythm. And this pretty much helps you become alert and awake for the morning. But when you work out intensely in the morning, it spikes it even further. And then this is going to actually lead you to burnout, adrenal fatigue, and impaired metabolic function. And it's also, like I said, going to affect your leptin resistance. And basically, leptin is your kind of master energy regulator. And it tells your brain when you've had enough to eat and helps regulate things like fat storage. But fasted cardio or intense exercise in the morning before eating kind of confuses your leptin signaling and system. And this is going to disrupt your appetite signals and induce increased fat storage instead of fat burning, which is what we want. And there's even more stuff. He talks about thyroid downregulation. He says how thyroid controls your metabolism and is sensitive to stress. And when your body experiences both high cortisol and low nutrients from skipping breakfast, your thyroid's function may slow down, and this is going to lead you to have a lower metabolism as well as lower energy levels throughout the day. So, yeah, definitely, I would stay away from the route of intense exercise and go towards, like I said, that morning activation and morning yoga, because that's going to target what you want for the day. And I have even another study who supported Jack Cruz in his argument. Um, and the results from this study was that men who worked out intensely in the morning showed blunted cortisol, epinephrine, and growth hormone responses later in the day, even though they refueled with food. So it just showed that even though you're refueling with food later in the day, that is not going to make up for the blunted cortisol and epinephrine and all those other hormonal imbalances that you cause during doing that crazy morning routine or exercise during the morning hours. And yeah, this study also said that women were less affected, and this was likely due to hormonal differences, particularly the estrogen, which can mitigate the effects of morning training on the stress response. And it pretty much shows that intense morning workouts can leave you less resilient to stress and can even affect your ability to recover properly later in the day. And yeah, so like I said, there's so much research that um, backs afternoon and evening training, and that's why I think that's what you should save for later in the day. And
Welcome back, Britt.
yeah,
Good to be
welcome.
here.
How was the road? I heard there was a lot of traffic.
It was rough. I think someone crashed their car or something, bro.
Someone
It
crashed
was
and
stop and go traffic, bro.
stop and go traffic. How long were you out there? About a couple hours?
Yeah, like an hour and 10.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. Good.
Good to
have
see you
back.
here. And we have something from the chat. Can this help children and adults with ADD and ADHD? It will not make them too hyper, correct?
I am not too. I'm not completely
Something wrong with your
sure.
camera.
Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. Let me try and turn it off. Turn it back on. Okay, there we go. What was the question about ADD and ADHD children?
Yeah, will it help them in the morning and like it won't make them as hyper?
I think from the results that the study showed about the children being able to handle their emotional stress better and exhibit patience, I think it could definitely help with children who are struggling with ADD and ADHD because a lot of their problems are like focus based. Like their inability to focus. So I think um, if they can implement a routine that can help them handle their emotional stress and help them perform tasks in a calm manner, I think doing something like these morning activation routines can definitely help with people dealing with ADD and ADHD.
And there's another one. I did a lot of exercise early in the morning and definitely have had burnout and didn't realize why. Can I adjust my exercise? Can adjusting exercise fix my burnout?
Yeah, definitely. Like I just said, with all of um, the things that go into play as far as hormonal balancing and circadian rhythm, if you're doing something that throws it off not entirely, but throws it off a good amount, you're really gonna blunt or affect your energy levels in a significant way. And actually, um, your uh, human peak performance actually occurs around 4 o'clock to 7 p.m. Given that you're following your circadian rhythm correctly. So you kind of would want to perform your workouts or intense workouts when you're at peak performance. So saving it for later in the day is actually better because you're going to have more output later in the day to do your workout, which is going to lead you to um, more progressive overload and things like that if that's what you're aiming for. And also, they found that later workouts help with the deep sleep activation and REM sleep activation. So that's just going to help with your recovery as well. And if you're doing something that affects something as significant as sleep, that's definitely something to take into account as well. So, yeah, I think definitely um, doing pushing more intense exercise to later in the day or at least during the PM hours can definitely help you with burnout and things like that.
So I
And
have
yeah.
a question for you.
Mhm.
Do you have like any specific type of movement that you be doing them during morning times? And you said your morning routines usually should last 15 to 20 minutes, correct?
Yeah, exactly. I've been doing a morning routine that my mom actually suggested during her kickboxing days. This is a morning routine that she did right when she got up for around that 15 to 20 minutes. The only thing I've kind of changed to this routine, or am trying to change to this routine, is by incorporating it at the same time I do my sun gazing in the morning. Some days I have been doing it outside, and some days I haven't. But pretty much what I do is I'll wake up and I'll start with some body weight squats, and after I go into the body weight squats, I'll do good mornings, and then after I go into the good mornings, I will do like side to side, like standing oblique crunches, and then after that, I'll just do like swinging toe touches, and those are like my standing movements. I'm not really doing them until failure. I'm only doing them for around 10 to 20 reps each. It's nothing overly hard that I can do. And once I run through all of those standing exercises, I then go to push ups and sit ups, and then a 1 minute plank. And then I'll repeat that process maybe 2 to 3 times, depending on my time frame for the morning and how much I can dedicate to it before getting ready for the day. And that's pretty much what I do. It's pretty much like I said. I don't really do the yoga or the flexibility work as much, but I pretty much do like morning calisthenics, and I'm doing it at a decent pace. I'm not just going through the motions. I'm actually doing it at a decent pace, but it's nothing that's gonna induce crazy fatigue on my body.
I would also say like the morning yoga or the stretching would be a good thing to add to your morning routine exercise, because during the day you're kind of preparing yourself for the day at in the morning. So like I think stretching will help you get ready for those activities later in the day. Like if you wanted to go actually in the gym or or you had like if you're working construction or things like that, like things that will make you need to like stretch your body. So I think doing yoga or stretches in the morning will help start your day better.
So would you say that your morning exercise is like a full body workout, or is it like you're putting emphasis on something?
No, it's a full body. I'm not really putting emphasis on any particular muscle group. Usually, I would put emphasis on a muscle group when I'm doing my more intense workouts, which are usually later in the day during the PM hours of the day. But in the morning, I'm pretty much going for like full body activation. So I'll do at least one exercise per movement pattern, and like if I could just run down the basic movement patterns for you, it would be a squat, lunge, bridge, uh, squat, lunge, bridge, push, hinge, and then core work. So if you can hit like even just at least like 5 or 6 of those movement patterns, like you should be uh good for the day.
So it's
And you can also combine these two cold showers and morning movements, right? Because
Yeah, you
after
can.
I tried morning movements a couple times. I did it, and I mean, you get you sweaty, if you know, mm, get you pumped up. So I guess after morning movements, you can just hop into a cold shower quick, and like let's say just double your mood and happiness. You know?
Yeah,
I think
that's
even
kind of.
by the end of this episode, people want to do all four of these things like all together, you know, and I think they can fit together. Like it
Yeah,
doesn't take too much time to do either any of these things.
Yeah, because
so
even though it wasn't the focus of what I was talking about, you can also incorporate the sun gazing as well. So you can knock out the sun gazing as well as the morning exercises or morning activation in 15 to 20 minutes, and then your cold shower or cold exposure is only going to take you around like 3 to 5 minutes, and that's what, like 25 minutes of your morning routine. Some people have, say you put an hour each day to get ready. That's half of that hour already completed, and you've done a lot for your body already. What were you gonna say, Prep?
I was gonna ask, so like the workout is not like a full-fledged workout. Like you wouldn't count as part of your like the muscle group you're hitting that day, like right? Like the exercise that you're doing in the workout is just like meant to like prepare you for the day.
Yeah, it's just meant to prepare you for the day, and it's not going to be anywhere targeted to what you're doing in your intense training. Like, say if you're trying to induce muscle hypertrophy, this is not really going to be for that. It's just going to be to sort of prime you and get you ready for the day. Before you got here, I kind of talked about a study that was done for kids in the second grade, and they did morning exercises. Like I said, this just light morning exercises or morning activation, and they did it for around like 8 weeks, and they noticed that they were able to improve their ability to handle emotional stress, and improve patience, and also improve their ability to engage in tasks with like a calm and controlled manner. So it's more for like the mental and emotional aspect. It can help you definitely physically be like alert and awake, but it also has a lot of mental and emotional effects as well, which I think is what we're trying to focus on in the morning hours.
So it's more for a mentality and not like a get fit quick method.
Yeah, I wouldn't completely say get fit quick method. I would say more, not even mentality, because it's not really building something like your mentality. It's just activating certain things that will help you for the rest of the day, if that makes sense.
If
But
anything,
yeah,
it's just preparing you for that muscle building thing like later in the day. So
yeah, because just think about it as you waking up every part of your body. and I think people can actually probably see increased metabolism or fat burning from it, since their body's more active and more moving just from that initial morning activation. And yeah, that's all I got. That's all I got for that. Joseph,
Okay.
I think we can move
Um,
on with yours.
yeah, so mine is a skincare routine. And as you know, the skin is the largest organ in your body, you know, and it covers the nervous system and immune system as well. So it's very important to keep your skin clean as well as making sure it's hydrated. At night and in the morning, you can do a skincare routine at both times. But if you don't have time for both, you can still do it in the morning, which is a good hour to do it. Like uh like first thing you should do is make sure you have a good cleanser. Like things that don't have like any fragrance or things like that will like make sure you don't overuse uh chemicals that might be harming your body, because you're putting it on your skin. You don't want it to um like damage your skin in any way, you know. And so also having things like, you can find cleansers with hyaluronic acid, which helps water bind to the skin. So that will also keep your skin hydrated. And you can also find hyaluronic acid and vitamin C in moisturizer that you might apply after you use the cleanser. So the vitamin C will also help protect your skin from UV rays that are you're going to have them later in the day. You know, if you go outside, the sunlight, or it will protect you from pollution as well. So, and also I think that like how your skin looks kind of reflects of how you or what you put in your body. So, not even just as a morning routine, you should focus on like eating foods like watermelon, very hydrating foods, or having a very clean diet without any like things that are greasy. So, I think like after I focused more on my diet, I realized like my skin was a lot better, you know. So it's not only just keeping a consistent skincare routine, you also need to make sure you put the right things in your body. And I think that I know how cold water can reduce inflammation, as Mike said earlier. But I think when you're washing your face in the morning, to make sure you get all the gunk and things out of your body, use hot water so you open your pores while you're cleansing your face. But like say you shave or things like that, after you're done with all the cleansing process, I think splashing your face with cold water after to close your pores and also reduce the irritation that was probably caused during your sleep, you know. So I think cold water is good, but make sure you use it after the hot water. So
So
those
yeah,
are
that's
the
where you could like that's where the thermogenesis comes in as well. So each
Mhm,
part that we included kind of can link and build you a morning routine right from what we're talking about.
mhm. And just kind of like keeping a consistent routine every day, and you'll see like results even in the first week, because also at night you're coming home from a long day, stressful day, and you're probably like dirty from like work and stuff like that. So even just doing the skincare at night is a big help for your skin as well, like. And that, I think it goes to show like later on.
So you would recommend to do skincare and stuff before your cold shower because the cold shower would close your pores.
Yeah, so what I would usually think is if you're trying to cleanse your face in the morning, you should probably wash your face with the hot water first, or even in the shower, and then as we said, if you want to just like ease into the cold water or the cold shower, change it slowly to the cold water, and then that will reduce the inflammation after you've cleansed your face. So it's just like you can like see, you can work into other like morning routines, like the cold shower we were talking about earlier. And
What do you think about overusing products and things like that? I know some people have like two different cleansers and then put a toner and a moisturizer and then on top of that they'll put like sunscreen, and then even other products? Like, what do you think? What do you think about people overusing products?
I think that's fine as long as you know what's inside of those products. Like are they using natural ingredients like people use toner to make their skin tight, but and things like that. But you want to avoid things that sometimes like toner can like if you have like a scented toner, it might be too toxic for your skin. That's usually what happens all the time. And also sunscreen like it also has dangerous chemicals that might be like causing those people can use a sunscreen to block out the cancerous things from the sunlight, but they don't know what they're putting on their body to protect you. You know, it might be things that might cause the things you're protecting it against. So I think not using a overly complicated skincare routine might help you see it a little clearer and just start it right away.
And
But
do you
then it
recommend?
also depends on like skin types and stuff, right? Like oily
Yeah, I
skin.
think I think like the with the skin type thing, I think everybody can come up with their own skincare if they just know if their skin is dry or if their skin's oily. You can go to the store and easily find a natural cleanser or moisturizer which caters to these things. So like it doesn't have to be too complicated, but I think also everybody's not the same. So you can get just because somebody else is using it doesn't mean you have to use the same exact skincare routine. Like I found that later on after I developed my own routine. Like my skin is definitely not the same as you guys in here. So and somebody from the chat said, why have a product with hyaluronic acid? Well, as I said, like it also helps like bind to the water that's being splashed on your face, you know, so it might it will promote hydration for your skin.
Because I know like skincare is like very like personalized or customized. Because I know there's like mixed skin where people only have oil like in their T zone, like over here.
Mhm.
And I know like some people just wash their face with soap and their skin is fine.
Yeah, it's also people are missing something when it comes to the skincare. It's also what you're eating too. Like the people that just wash it with soap or things like that might not have a bad diet like the people that are really trying to do the skincare and doing 50 different things to help their skin. Like and they just need to look at the bigger picture. And also like the people that are just washing with soap, they might not also have like hormonal changes in their body that do like stimulate like pimples and things like that. So I think it's just a matter of adapting to what like your body tells you, you know. So just listen to your body.
Anything else you have to add as far as skincare or any questions you guys have?
Mm-mm.
Do you know any or do you have any specific products that you would recommend?
So I personally right now I use the CeraVe cleanser. It's a foaming cleanser
Mhm.
for and it says on there specifically for dry skin, and I have dry skin myself. So um uh when I when I cleanse, I feel like very hydrated after, even though I'm like taking all the things off my face. I and then I use a CeraVe moisturizer right after. It's just very simple. You can go to Walgreens or any store like that, Rite Aid, to get these things. It's just a like for me, like it can just be even a two-step thing where I wash my face with a cleanser and just do a moisturizer and I start my day.
Mhm.
Is there
So
like
Wait,
any brand that you would like recommend that's like a lot of people find is like well worth it, like their product does what they say, or is there any like products like um sunscreen or cleanser that you think every skincare routine like should have like main parts of skincare routines?
like something that's more simple
Hmm.
that also like covers what they say. Like I do think like CeraVe because I use it all the time is the right thing to use right for me. But you might also find something that you like in the store that like even there are many different products in the Rite Aid or in Walgreens that you can find. So I think
No,
it just
I
appeals to
think
you.
he's saying like what kind of product? Like just a cleanser and a moisturizer, or like
Yeah,
Like a
what's like the
basic
base? What's
beginner,
the
like
basic? Yeah, what's
like
the basic you need?
I think basics are first cleanser, then vitamin C serums, then moisturizer, and last one is sunscreen, I believe.
yeah, you can use. You don't have to use the serum necessarily, but unless you have like a certain like a problem with your skin, like you can use it, and you have to know where it's coming from too. You
Yeah,
don't want to just put different chemicals on your face just because it says it's going to help you, you know.
yeah.
So, but always 100% always have a cleanser and moisturizer. But I do also want to say there is also a brand that is very natural and very good for skincare. It's called Hylunia, and we can even plug it right here into the chat later on. But it's a very natural and very natural skincare brand, and you can use it. They're very high in like they have a lot of moisturizers right now. They have a lot of scented stuff, but you can still steer clear of that. But
No, all their
definitely
scented
check
stuff
them
is
out.
using like essential oils. I think they're not using anything. The
Oh,
only
yeah,
thing
you also have to look at that too. Like essential oils like frankincense or like lavender. Those are totally fine for your body too. So if it's coming from those oils, then you can use it. So like Hylunia is a very good product.
I heard a lot of people say that sunscreen is necessary, and especially since it's getting hotter outside. But I don't know how much that applies to people that can like resist the sunscreen. I mean, not sunscreen, the sun with like melanin. Is that like as essential? You would say because a lot of people use it for like wrinkles and stuff.
Oh, like the sunscreen?
Mhm.
Yeah, so I think it really depends like using the sunscreen. You don't have to I never really use sunscreen unless I know I'm in the sun like at the beach or something like that. You shouldn't use sunscreen all the time because like there are lots of chemicals in the sunscreen which will probably damage your body later on.
Yeah, usually what you're gonna find in sunscreen is a lot of like toxic chemicals, and it's not really good for you to create a barrier between your skin and the sun. I know we talked about a lot like of the benefits of um, UV light and making contact or having UV light contact directly to the skin as well as the eyes. And like you said, Prit, everyone has melanin, and it's pretty much activated by uh, UV making contact with your body. So just being smart about slowly exposing yourself to the sun so your body can start melanin production is the better way to go than using sunscreen.
What are your thoughts on like Korean skincare? Because I know that's like very like popular, and everyone says like that's like the top skincare you can get.
So So they are really involved in their skincare because it started probably skincare started earlier than we started it. So in Korea it might be more advanced than here, but I think that not just because people say Korean skincare is the way to go doesn't mean it always is, because I've heard people that have tried Korean skincare, the exact brands that they have over there, and their skin has had like no change at all from when they started, because it's not about like what you hear like oh my god, it's like a crazy thing because all Korean people have good skin, you know, like you see them with the glass like they're like glass skin, but like that might not work because we're not all Korean, you know,
I think the
like
dudes wear
it's
makeup
just their
too,
skin type.
so they're not really like you're not really seeing what's reality
Mhm.
either.
You never know with it, like them too, so like I think it just matters of like what when you test it out and like just trying different products to see what works for you. That's what worked for me overall, because I've seen like and I've actually bought some Korean skincare products and they haven't really worked on me yet.
And yeah, anything else you got to say, Joseph, for skincare or any other question?
Mm, mm-mm. I think we can move on to Prit's topic.
So, Pro, what
All right.
what are you gonna add to our morning routine to finally complete it?
So what I was gonna add is like morning scheduling and journaling to get you ready for the day. So waking up in the morning and after you do your sun gazing exercise, or even before, if you like get like a journal and write down like your schedule, like what you're gonna do, or just write about anything really, will help you feel more like focused for the day. It'll get your confidence up because you planned ahead of what you're doing and you know what you're gonna do, and you set aside time for like all the activities that you need to do. So it helps with procrastination, um, laziness. It helps you feel more prepared, and it can also like elevate healthy habits because a lot of people when they try to start a new habit, they eventually they don't stick to their like routine or they don't stick to the habit because they just do it whenever they want and they don't really like have a time set towards that habit like going to the gym. And I feel like if you start a journal and you start scheduling for yourself, like it helps with all of those aspects of your life. It can help boost your motivation, energy, your productivity. You have more structure in your life, less stress, and basically just all these like improved mental aspects that you go through and helps you just organize your day.
And what do you think is the simplest way someone um, can do this? Would you recommend like having a calendar where they can physically write into it, or just using the Notes app on their phone? What do you think would be the best for someone, or what has worked for you?
I feel like a lot of people have like their own methods of writing down information that they might like better. I would say that the Notes app on your phone might be the best if it's like a simple like scheduling issue. If you're just like writing a routine or scheduling, I feel like you could just do that on your Notes app because then you can just take it out whenever you whatever you're doing throughout the day. Like I don't feel like you'll be carrying a notebook everywhere with you, especially if you're going to the gym or something, and you write down your workout on your phone or in your notes, just so like you're keeping track. And some other people might be more accustomed to journaling and diaries and all that because like they focus better writing down pen and paper compared to a screen. I just think it just depends on what makes you feel comfortable.
Yeah, and I think it's definitely important, like, um, to do it because some people, I don't know about you guys, some people just wake up and that's when their day starts. That's when they're supposed to figure out what they're supposed to do for the day. But instead, um, they just let the day take them over. If you know what I mean, they let the day dictate what they do instead of really sitting down and setting setting up what is supposed to be done. And I
Because
think if you at least have like part, not you don't even have to have the whole picture of what you're gonna do for the day, but at least for like um, sometimes absent-minded people like me, sometimes I forget things so easily, and just um, making myself more aware, especially in the morning, of what I'm supposed to do for the day is like so important because it helps me know what is coming for the day so I can mentally and emotionally prepare. And then I can kind of schedule it and pick what I'm going to do first based on all of the tasks that I have through the day. And that's why I think I think some people can find an appreciation for school because school kind of gives you a schedule to follow. And I think when people start to fall apart is when they don't have any sort of schedule and their day is so open and free to the point that they end up getting nothing done. So I think scheduling is one of the most important aspects, not just for the day, but for your life. Because how are you ever going to get anything done if you don't plan ahead or plan plan efficiently, if you know what I mean.
It builds up your accountability and discipline. I feel like that's why a lot of people get sent to the military to have that strict routine to build discipline in them. Like that's why a lot of parents send their kids there. And there's also in high school they used to give us like books called planners. I don't know if you guys ever had those. It's just like a notebook type thing where you just write down like your homework and like daily classes, so you keep track of like your homework and like assignments. I feel like a lot of people didn't use that back in middle school because we were just kids and we didn't really think too deeply about it. But like, I feel like something like that is like a really good idea as you're moving on in life and you have like more important things that you have to keep track of. You can't just like forget about like forgetting to do your homework.
And I think having something for the next day, like something scheduled tomorrow or the day after and the day after that, like keeps your mind prepared, like even the day before for like what's coming the next day. Like you have to get up and get ready for this thing and like tomorrow, and you're gonna do it. And like I think that but just preparing your mind for the next thing uh definitely help your morning routine.
It also helps track progress so you know like what you're doing and how long you've been doing it. Like for the diet challenge, if you wrote down like what you're gonna do, how you've been doing, I feel like that's really good to help you keep track and motivated, and the sense of accomplishment that you get once you track your progress and you fill out or check out all your check boxes for the day. I feel like it can be motivating
Yeah,
for
you can
anyone you
also
set that.
like break things up. Like you don't need to do everything at once. So just like I think like writing things out and separating things so that you can see the vision and like something's getting completed, instead of like having this whole thing like I'm gonna finish this whole thing today. It doesn't work like that. It's always like this bit and then you do another thing and another thing to complete the whole thing. So taking your time and mapping it out.
Also, one thing I think is important to do as well, is to not hyper focus on like the schedule you made for yourself, because the time constraints that you put on certain activities are not always going to be with, or are not always going to occur within those time constraints. Like, say, for example, you plan to set aside an hour to finish a school assignment or an hour to go to the gym. Some things might happen where it'll take you longer for the hour. And I don't think that's anything you should panic about or over stress about. I think what you should do at the beginning of the day is just list generally what the major things that you need to get done, and also list them in the correct order of which they need to be done. And then you can kind of just tick the boxes off going by that sort of list. I wouldn't try to hyper focus on saying, "Oh, I gotta get this done in this amount of time." Of course, there are going to be certain circumstances where you have to do those. Like, say you have a due date for a school assignment, there you have no say in when or how long you're able to do it, because there's a due date on it. But for certain activities that have loose due dates, or you just know you have to get them done throughout the day, um, just list them in order and then try to attack them one by one and step by step, and don't really stress over um, how much time it's going to take, because that sometimes takes away the quality of like whatever you're doing. And I think that's
Because
really
it's
bad.
only meant to be like a guideline and not like something to like ride or die to. So
Yeah,
because
because you
the
don't know what your day is going to look like.
yeah,
Nobody knows.
the aim of this is to reduce stress, and I feel like you're working against the point of the whole concept if you stress yourself out over the routine that you made. It's just tomorrow pick it back up, and keep going.
Yeah, exactly. I definitely agree. I just want to throw that out there, just exactly for the point you said. It's not something that should stress you out. It's something that should help you. And if it's not helping you, then it's not really adding to your morning routine at all. And yeah. Uh, Joshin, you're muted.
Yeah, even when you complete a task, I think like always having something new like helps you like feel like there's like some meaning, like in what you're doing. So just I think like once you're done like one task doesn't mean you're done. Like I think like your life is just like moving on into like progression. So I think just keeping going and like doing the same doing tasks over and over again. So yeah.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Any other thoughts, Britt? Any other tips and tricks for morning planning or scheduling?
Maybe use
Any
like a erasable pen in case you have to add something or knock something
Or
out. You know,
just use a pencil.
that's an idea too.
erasable pen?
We like to keep things professional over here. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
No pencils here.
Okay, yeah. You want to be on the professional side, you can move like Pritt and get yourself an erasable pen. But for all the normal people out here, just stick to a pencil or the notes app. I think that would do you good.
Mhm.
If you want to take it to the next step, get one of those pens that you can only see in UV light, and that's what I call like the next step.
Oh, so you have to write it like while you have to go out in the sun to see your schedule then.
Yeah, bro. Just start writing Morse code.
Okay. Well, yeah.
You go and do that, buddy.
That's smart as hell, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Get your sunlight, bro.
Yep.
Thanks, bro.
And yeah. Any other questions, you guys, Joshin or Mike, for Pritt?
Mm-mm.
No, man.
But I think like all of our routines that we've said like can come together and you can do all these things every day and it will only take like I would say like maximum an hour to do all these things. So like or maybe a little more, but like it really won't take you that long.
We have a new comment real quick. What kind of music is best to wake up to? I was doing experiments on myself, and I find it the music the sound that starts like slow and slowly increases. That's like best. And also, me personally, my alarm is "Violent Crimes" by Kanye West. So
Mhm.
that's what I wake up to, and I feel I'm on great mood after hearing
Yeah,
some
like
yay during morning. Yeah,
like I think everybody's like has a different mood, but I think like doing the more relaxing beats in the morning because you just woke up,
yeah,
you don't want something to
Like some
fully
lo-fi?
alarm your body and be in that stressful
yeah.
mode. You just want to you just woke up, so you don't want something too irritating. So
Or
I think chill music is better.
Like the Apple, what's it called? Radar? That ringtone?
The
I don't want that
ringtone
either.
that screams in
Yeah, the one
screams in your ears.
that people were like traumatized by.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's what you need to wake up, some people need like 4 alarms. So maybe the most annoying alarm is
You just,
best. But yeah,
you just have
if
to
you want to
find
listen to
your
music,
easy to find your get up and bro song, bro.
What I would like to know what's your get up song, bro.
Unfortunately, I don't have one, bro. I wake up, bro.
He just wakes up.
You just
I
wake
got
up.
I got
he's a
that
menace.
circadian clock unlocked, bro. That circadian rhythm, bro, is unlocked, bro.
Oh, your circadian rhythm's unlocked.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, my bad then. See, if you're that's the thing. If your circadian rhythm's unlocked, you don't even need any music to wake you up.
Setting up the routine, bro, to get your sleep schedule ready, bro, and find out helps with your circadian rhythm, bro. When you wake up.
Exactly. And hopefully all these things you implement in the morning just add to maintaining that circadian rhythm and help you, start the day off with success or be prepared to have success later in the day as well. And yeah, I think we covered a lot today. We had 4 good techniques to add to your morning routine.
That being cold showers, making sure you have a good schedule mapped out, skincare routine, and it's on your topic.
And also
Morning
light
movements.
activation movement. Yep, light activation movement. And these
Yeah.
all can be done. What do you guys think? Within 45 minutes?
Sometimes a little more.
45 to an hour. Yeah.
Depends on like you said, the morning the morning exercise or like yoga or things like that. That might take a little bit longer, depending on you. But like everything should roughly take like an hour.
Yeah, and I think that's more than reasonable for a morning routine.
Mhm.
And yeah, hopefully you guys gain some good insight and to some methods you can apply for your morning routine to help set you up for the day. And I just want to say, please like and subscribe to our channel here on Rumble, as well as all of our other social media platforms, which are YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok as well. We're gonna have content coming out there, and like I always been saying, the more people we can reach, the better the content we can provide for you guys. And yeah, hopefully, in the next episode, we can finally show you guys the reveal of
Next Friday.
our 30-day challenge next Friday. After Alex is able-bodied and well enough to get back on here.
Mhm. I just
And
wanted
yeah,
to say one more thing. Like before we go, also with the eating the right food for your skincare. If you want to see what a healthy breakfast looks like, you can check out our Instagram, coin HYW KHOUNH.HYW on Instagram. Also on TikTok too. So check that out, and you could see like what a healthy breakfast is like to start your day.
and we're gonna be coming out with some more content on there as well. So make sure
Mhm.
you follow those two sites on TikTok and Instagram as well.
And we're gonna be mentioning what we ate and what we replaced next week, right? When we do the challenge recap.
Yep, we're just gonna go over everything during the challenge recap. What worked for us, what didn't work for us. If we had any fall throughs, like how significant were the fall throughs with our diet. And we're just gonna be transparent because we pretty much did this as an experimental process to see what worked for us and what can work for everyone watching. So that's pretty much what we're gonna be covering on next Friday's episode.
Mhm.
And yes,
Thank you guys.
yeah, thank you guys for watching, and
Mhm.
make sure to be tuned for next Friday's episode about the challenge recap. And I'm excited. I'm excited for that episode. And yeah, we'll see you guys later.
Mhm. See you.